Hi, this is Joe again with another review. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to be redoing one of my previous reviews because I wasn't that thrilled with the video and audio quality of it, so I figured have a chance to redo one of them. And of course, redoing it at an appropriate time of the year, which is Thanksgiving week 2017. So I'm redoing the review I'm redoing is reviewing the 1973 CBS, originally CBS, now ABC, holiday special, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, which he said originally debuted in 1973 on CBS, which ran for over 20 years on CBS, and then since 1999 or 2000, been airing on ABC since then, for almost 20 years on ABC. Of course, this special, of course, was the 14th special, Charlie Brown special, or Peanut special. I always call it Charlie Brown specials because the name Charlie Brown is in the title of every episode, of every special. So I call it Charlie Brown specials. And previously, a friend of mine, a contributor, Chris Lee Moore, who I contribute to on his website, did a great review on this. So they're going to do my take on it. And he did use a lot of my suggestions in his review of Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Because this special, of course, starts off with a kind of like with the Halloween, Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, with a scene with Lucy doing the trick with tricking Charlie Brown with the football. You know, saying, "Oh, I held the ball, you kick it," and she pulls it away at the last second. Well, she does. There was a very opening scene for Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Now, of course, you get into the main plot, which, of course, one of the many inconsistencies throughout the whole Charlie Brown special, all the Charlie Brown specials. And this is a biggie, folks. When they have in the opening next scene after the opening credits, when Charlie Brown's checking the mailbox for Christmas for cards already, Sally was complaining over the fact that, hey, we every time there's a stupid holiday, they make more work for us at school, and we have to do a report on Stanley Miles, and she screws up the name. It's always me Miles Standish. So, well, I can't keep track of all these guys. And then here comes Linus, and he goes, what's going on? What's the commotion here? And Charlie Brown says, hey, we got another holiday. We got Thanksgiving Day is upon us. And Sally yells out, I haven't even finished eating all my Halloween candy. Plus, that's the big big screw up. The problem is of course, if you watch these specials, you know that Sally never ever went trick or treating in the specials. Of course, in the comic strips, yes, but not on the Halloween and the holiday specials. The problem is that, of course, the month before they have, of course, the Year of the Great Pumpkin, and of course, you know, in that special, Sally was with Linus in the pumpkin patch all night. She never went trick or treating with the rest of the Peanuts gang. She never went. She got jipped out of Halloween candy, and they never made another Halloween special that act in between the 7 years. And I want to get into that in a minute. Between the Great Pumpkin Fest airing and Charlie Brown Thanksgiving week, they never made another Halloween show. That's the original one that we all know. That showed Sally going trick or treating. You never see another Halloween special ever again was ever made, and so you never saw Sally actually physically going trick or treating, either in the specials or even in the Charlie Brown or Snoopy Saturday morning cartoon series. You never physically saw her go. So why would she have a line like that in the specials? So of course, when Charles Schulz retired in 2000 and shortly passed away not too long after that, and matter of fact, he died the day before his last strip was published in the newspapers. Why did they have that line in there if she never went? And of course, the answer is that on the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown originally debuted in 1966. The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving show first aired on CBS in 1973. So in the 7 years, she could have went. I mean, that is just one of the worst lame excuses. I mean, I hate lame excuses. It's so lame that and it's so pathetic. It's not even funny. I mean, come on. They keep airing these short specials every single year. At least for over 40 years or 50 years in some cases for the earlier specials. I mean, always show the same specials every single year on television, and and of course, if you're a kid who never read, well, because most of those papers have dropped printing up comic strips, unfortunately, and so you never physically saw, or kids in this generation never physically see the comic strips, Charlie Brown comic strips, and you never see Sally going trick or treating. So not to have a scene in the specials, an actual physical scene in the specials of Sally going trick or treating, and then it says, because the two shows were like 7 years apart, debuted 7 years apart, so conceivably she went in 1973, 7 years later, and she went trick or treating. I mean, that is just so lame bullshit. I have to say it. It's just lame crap. It's not even funny. So of course the main plot of the show, after that stupid line, and the funny thing is that when Sally says one more thing about that scene, that's Linus and Charlie Brown gave her a funny look. I mean, come on. You know that line was just bullshit for the show to complain about how close together these holidays were. That's what I got out of it, is the complain the fact, I haven't finished eating my Halloween candy by Halloween. You know, she never went. We never see her go, and that excuse that the Soch family gave in the 7 years between the debut of the two specials is just crap. Because the Charlie Brown, the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown has never been off the air since it debuted in 1966. So how can you know that she went trick or treating when they had the two shows on? We never see her go. They never made another show, and I'm repeating myself now. It's just plain bullshit from the Soch family. I mean, I have all due respect for them, but it's just creating peanuts. But it's just crap. It's just a crappy excuse. Now, of course, finally moving on to the main plot. The main plot of the show is that Charlie Brown and Sally are going with their parents to the grandmother's house for Thanksgiving dinner. And of course, what the problem is that Pam and Patty calls them up while Charlie Brown and Sally are getting ready to go to visit the grandmother's house for Thanksgiving. That was when Pam and Patty calls up and says, "Hey Chuck, my father's going to be out of town, and he said I could go over to your house for Thanksgiving." That's all. Okay by him. So of course, the problem is that Charlie Brown's not going to be home, and so what happens is they decide to have a whole dinner anyway. Not only did Pam and Patty invited herself over for Thanksgiving, but also invited Marcy and Franklin over, which is of course the only black kid in the whole Peanuts universe, really, over for Thanksgiving dinner. Of course, the problem is that they have nothing prepared because they're not going to be home. So, but they prepare something with Linus and Snoopy helping out. They set up a table back in the backyard and set up a ping pong table with all kinds of funky, crazy chairs. You only drag out any chair you can find for some party like this, and then they came over. But when they prepared for Thanksgiving dinner, they didn't prepare a turkey or anything else because it's too late to prepare a turkey at that point. So they had to make up toast, a bunch of toast, pretzels, popcorn, jelly beans. but this is like a kid's version of a Thanksgiving meal, really, with all the junk food. So Parent Patty shows up and says, "Hey, what kind of meal is this?" You know, and he's just crapping on the meal and crapping on the effort that Charlie Brown, Linus, and Snoopy did making this meal for her party. And of course, Charlie Brown leaves, and Marcy says, "Wait, we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to have an actual Thanksgiving meal." I mean, this is, and so Marcy actually shows her common sense, and she stepped up and said, "Hey, did he invite you? Did Charlie Brown ever invite you here, or did you invite yourself and us too?" And then she realizes that she was wrong. And Parent Patty finally realized that she was dead wrong on this, and says, "Can you apologize to Chuck for me?" Of course she did. She settled the whole thing. They made up. Both sides apologized to each other, and then Charlie Brown realizes that they were going to be late to the grandmother's house. She calls Charlie Brown calls his grandmother up and says, "I'm sorry we're going to be late because my friends came over and they haven't really eaten anything." And so the grandmother saw the whole thing and said, "Okay, why don't you come over, bring your friends over too." So all the kids came over except for some reason Lucy. After the opening scene with Lucy and the football, you never see Lucy again in this show. I don't know why that is, but you never see her again. So all the kids get into the car, the station wagon, they all pull away, except for Snoopy and Woodstock, which is a big thing. And of course, also in this special, before I get to the last sequence, Charlie Brown and his friend, they sing "Over the River and Through the Woods to Grandmother's House We Go." And of course, that's an old song even before the special. But every year, well, it seems like, that song is played somewhere in a commercial or on the radio or some other kind of sequence. Anyway, after when the Peanuts gang leaves, they go to Charlie Brown's grandmother's house. Snoopy sets up a low table by his doghouse, by his famous doghouse, and pulls out a big turkey, a big Thanksgiving meal just for Woodstock and Snoopy. And of course, there's the next problem with this special. So how in the hell does he have the time to make up his own turkey, his own Thanksgiving, a real Thanksgiving dinner, by the way, where it's screwing Charlie Brown and the gang? And Snoopy saying, "Screw you," and making my own dinner. That's for myself. He could have put the whole turkey out for Charlie Brown and the gang, but he didn't. He says, "Screw you guys, forget you. This is going to be just for myself," and that's what he did. He made his whole Thanksgiving dinner for himself. And he couldn't give the turkey to the gang. And he didn't do that. He had it for himself, which proves that Snoopy was kind of selfish a little bit. But of course, the other thing was that if you look at that scene with Snoopy and Woodstock having Thanksgiving turkey meal and everything with all the trimmings, that Woodstock is a cannibal. He is. He's a cannibal because he ate his own turkey. I mean, a cannibal is, of course, Woodstock is a bird, and so is a turkey. So, of course, it means that, well, all you Woodstock fans out there, Woodstock was a cannibal. He's a cannibal. He ate one of his own kind. He's a cannibal. And, of course, the last scene was, the actual last scene was during the closing credits of the special. And that's, of course, Snoopy and Woodstock having a pumpkin pie at the end and, eating pumpkin pie while the closing credits were running. And of course, there was also a scene that before the closing credits with Woodstock fighting with Snoopy with a wishbone, and Woodstock wins and is flying through the air. And then you had a scene with the pumpkin pie. Well, this special is definitely one of the best holiday Christmas specials there was. Christmas, not I'm rushing things. It's one of the better holiday specials, and of course, there's a typical Peanut special with Charlie Brown gets treated miserably in this show. It wasn't over the top miserable, like maybe in the First Kiss Charlie Brown show. But at the end, it's all resolved at the end of the set, which is very rare. Even at that time, in the early 70s, of Charlie Brown specials, where the problem gets resolved at the end. A lot of specials like The Great Pumpkin, which was resolved at the end. Of course, this one has, like I said earlier, the big inconsistency with Sally yelling and haven't finished eating all my Halloween candy. That was a huge problem for anybody. Like I said earlier, I don't know why they put the line in there. They shouldn't have, considering the fact that they never physically saw Sally. I know I'm repeating it, but Sally not physically going to trick or treating and then her saying that line. I mean, it's just, I think they said more of a joke line. If they had another Halloween special where you saw Sally going trick or treating, and then maybe having Linus finally see the Great Pumpkin, and now instead of Snoopy playing a trick on him, then you will have not understood that line. Then it would have been necessary to have the line with the Halloween candy, but with them not having that line, or for them having that line in there, it's annoying. Even when I was a kid, when I heard the line, I said, wait a minute, how could she have Halloween candy when she never went? I mean, of course, the more you watch those two specials, especially in back-to-back months, and you hear that line, it makes my skin crawl. It really, really does. It's really an annoying line. And of course, the scene at the end was Snoopy with the all Thanksgiving meal and Woodstock being a cannibal. Of course, when you were a kid, you don't realize those type of things. The only thing you might realize is the Thanksgiving Halloween candy line. That's about the only thing you really noticed almost right away. But with the cannibal scene, I mean, you don't really realize it until like you're much older. And hey, he's a cannibal. I mean, how many kids know what a cannibal is? I mean, but anyway, those are the two scenes that's a problem with this special. But overall, it's still entertaining. A lot of the holiday specials with the Peanuts, especially, I consider to be the big four. And as you know, a lot of people call it the Holy Trinity with the Halloween, Thanksgiving, and talking about Christmas. Me, I gotta throw in the Easter special as well as the four big. Even though the Easter special hasn't been airing last few years on television, it has been when ABC bought the rights to broadcast the Charlie Brown shows. But for the last couple of years, the Easter one hasn't been airing, which is a shame. It should be back on because it's one of the better shows. But the other three, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown, and of course the Christmas one, those three are always still airing on ABC television. But the Thanksgiving one is definitely one of the better ones of the bunch of the Charlie Brown shows, and the only three that's really been constantly airing on television for at least for over 40 and something over 50 years. So that's my review of a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Please click on the video, please rate it, feel free to comment on it, please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com, that's all WDY, that's C.com. There's a homepage to the Rally Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.